quality of life is just that important. Hello, perceptive reader. This is James Lynch, and I want to share with you a perceptive reader's moment, a James Poeartistry moment, because this is along the lines of something that I think you may say, ah, but at the same time, I want you to take this in moderation, what I'm about to share with you, because granted, you already know one of the main characters, and people may look at it as at least a flagship of streaming videos from the James Poeartistry website over the years, my Sage Relaxing Sips, that it talks about many of the finer things in life or quality of life and all sorts of other subjects, as you know, with humor. And so with this one or this topic in moderation, I want you to know that in the sidebar of the James Poeartistry Productions.online, or basically JamesPoeartistry.online, okay, that you will see in the Who's As Power presentation the real reason whiskey is healthier than any other drink. And it goes into facts of the matter that even doctors know way back in the 1800s, whether they knew all the intricate details of it all or not, or if they gave any consideration. All I know is if someone had a cut, needed surgery practically, or what have you, sometimes they just made these makeshift bandages, excuse me. But before they did that, they will pour whiskey on the wound. Why did they do that? Because it killed any bacteria that could cause infections or what have you. And then guess what else? They gave the person a drink sometimes to knock them out while they worked on them. But all the same, it has medicinal purposes, or has helped in that way, the way people have used it over the years. A lot of people know whiskey as well because of moonshine, a combination of that and corn hash or what have you. I don't know if they still call it that, but I'm telling you, it is taking a lot of the ingredients even from the ground, boy, that can make a powerful concoction, okay, that some people know how to make. And they can even make it in different flavors. But all the same, just talking about the regular whiskey brand, this is what I want to share with you. In that video, they talk about Grace Kelly, who at the time of this video was still already the oldest woman in Great Britain. And what did she attribute to her secret of living long? And so she mentioned that every night before bed, she would have a single glass, or toddy, if you will, of whiskey. Single glass. And she's been doing that for years. And so with that being said, you heard me mention right in the beginning that the quality of life is just that important. Because take, for instance, now Grace Kelly, 112 years old back then. You see what I'm saying? Way up there now. And yet, she's also had a fine quality of life starting from a certain point, depending on how she was raised, her background, affluence or riches and things of that nature. But this is what I want to mention to you, even for just the everyday people who are long-lived. See, there comes a point in your age where, make no mistake about it, where it's like, even if you can do certain things in a very strenuous way, it's not wise to do those type of things anymore because they really will mess your system up, depending on who you are, what's your background medical history. And I'm sharing this with you for a reason, perceptive reader, because this is the point. Remember, I told you, you may run into some persons who don't walk as fast as they used to. And it's not that they can't. You may find people who don't jog as much as they may have liked to, but it's because of at one time where all they had to do was maybe bandage up maybe one leg or one knee or what have you. That hey, the bandage doesn't do the same as it used to. So if they were the type of person who could just jog 2 to 5 miles, on a regular basis if they wanted to, you may find them now just going for walks. But it doesn't mean if they didn't have to, you see what I'm saying, get to where they really needed to go in some cases that uh, in those emergency types of situations, then they would do them. But it's not something that they would do on a regular basis. Now, I'm sharing this with you additionally again because we're talking about a quality of life. See, in order to make sure persons can be long lived without going and getting all these even medical treatments and actually taking things into their bodies that are not natural. See, I'm not only talking about chemicals of different medicines, I'm literally talking about even radiation type medicines. See, there are actually certain scans, intrusive scans, MRIs, boy, MRIs, etc., even regular x-rays. Well, let me tell you, that's not something that people really would want to get too much into the habit into. That's why some, it's like, okay, yeah, once a year we get this done or what have you. But tell me this, why do you think they cover you up so much with lead paddings and all this other stuff that'll protect your other areas at times? Because see, it's a variety of reasons for that. But that's what I want to continue to share with you. Like take somebody like um, Grace Kelly. You see, her quality of life and taking care of herself allowed for means to also be able to, live long. You see, and I would tell you, there's a lot of persons even today that if they did not do a lot of stuff in a natural way, you see, it would actually mess their body up. Sometimes I say poking around and prodding in different ways. Some of these treatments is very true, and even some of these tests that persons will run at times, or doctors will run at times, even tests can really mess a person up. So what am I telling you? For a lot of humans, it goes into the category where, you know what? If it's not broken, don't fix it. Or I'm going to say this sometimes, even if it looks broken, if the person don't want to fix it, leave it alone. You see, and what I mean by that is because I told you there was another example that I was going to give you, and it was just a real older example, and it actually dealt with different machinery and things of that nature at times that was getting old. And the point is, it may have started rusting in certain areas, but now that rust even was part of the functioning that, okay, you better be careful with this, because if you touch and you move this part around too much, too much into it, you're going to break it. You see what I'm saying? So, but otherwise, it's like, okay, just regular maintenance and oil and stuff like that. Hey, it'll just keep on running and running for another good decade or so, or what have you. But see, that's the same thing about quality of life. What it allows you to do, it allows you to get into circumstances where it then continue to feed into, nurtures, enhance what you need to be able to live long with a nice quality of life and even enjoy life, or rather than sometimes searching for a lot of fountain of youth, so to speak, that will allow you to be able to live forever, to use the expression, when really when it boils down to a good quality of life that you may have now, just even from the income that you have in, will still give you the same results. Take good care of yourself, perceptive reader, and have a wonderful day. And remember, whiskey in moderation, now we find out, not only tastes good, not only make you feel good, but you know what? It really does help you in a healthful manner. Did you catch that? Healt. I can't even spell it. How do you spell health? Healthful. That's the way I wanted to say it, healthful manner. Okay, you get the idea. Take care.